What's going on, everybody? It's Mike Patton, aka the General, coming back at you again. And I will say before I get started in this video, there may be some technical things I talk about that you might not understand, but this is bothering me, and I have to talk about it. I've watched college football all season, seen some great plays happen, seen some bad plays happen, but one thing that has been consistent is the play of defensive backs. And I don't mean that in a great way. Every Saturday I watch, I see some defensive back face guarding a wide receiver. And then, of course, they throw the flag, and then the defensive back looks like, why? Why me? I didn't do anything. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. It's bad. It is. It is bad. And some may question, well, how do you know about defensive back play? Well, it's because I played it. I actually played it all the way through college. I might not have played every snap or did anything like that, but I can recognize good and bad defensive play when I see it. A lot of bad defensive play, defensive back play in college football. A lot of that comes from players. It looks like they're guessing a lot. And when you guess a lot, that puts you in bad position to where you have to run and catch up to a player and you're face guarding them. And no matter what anyone says, face guarding a wide receiver is not good technique. It's not. It's not good technique at all, because you're guarding the man, but you have to play the ball as well. How are you going to do that without looking at him? Well, there's ways, but, I'm talking about consistently. There's not very many that can consistently do that and not look at the football. And not be able to know where the football is and things like that. There's not very many. But it's mind-boggling to me that it keeps on going and going and going. Pass interference calls keep happening more and more. And I don't understand it. I'm just wondering, what are some of these college coaches teaching? Are they teaching technique? Do they have them doing the cone drills? Well, all my UT Martin folks would know that one. But do they have them doing techniques? What are they practicing? What are they practicing to where the defensive back play is that bad? When you're a defensive back, of course, part of that is watching film and knowing your opponent. The other part of that is trusting your skills and the things you've learned. Like, for example, if you're playing man-to-man defense and you have no help over top with the safety, you shade inside. You shade inside. You use your hands to, kind of guide them where you want them to go in terms of like, if they try to cross your face, you can't let them cross your face when you're inside. You use your back pedal technique, and essentially you trust your technique that you use. And of course, when you're right there at the ball, you turn and you make a play. You trust your technique and what you've been taught. It's too many kids out there that are getting cheated and not being taught the right techniques. And it's frustrating. And I blame the coaches and I blame the kids as well. Kids, take time to learn your technique. Learn your craft. Watch the big boys do it on the NFL. Because if that's really where you want to go, you want to do it right, correct? There's very few in college football that actually do play the position right and do play the ball, because without the ball, is the man going to score? No. True, you defended him, but are you making plays yourself? That's not going to get you on Sundays, and sometimes that's not going to help, and that's not going to help your team win all the time either. Like, for example, you have a chance to make a big play and you're looking around at basically you're face guarding the guy and the ball hits you in the back of the helmet. You could have turned around, intercepted that pass, potentially made a game-changing play. But just had to voice my concern, because the defensive back play in college football has to get better. Coaches, you have to coach better. Be tough on players. They have aspirations to probably play in the NFL as well. Teach them the correct technique. Make them playmakers instead of just a position holder. And that's just simply what it is. That and of course, players having to buy in and teach and learn and wanting to learn. Those two things have to come together, because the defensive back play in college football has to get better. It has to get better. Uh, it's frustrating to watch sometimes. I guess that's my rant for today. You know, I don't really get on here and rant and rant and rant, but that it just bothers me a lot. Hopefully in the championship game, Alabama and Clemson will see some good defensive back play, and we'll see some playmakers. I know Alabama has them, and I know they've been drilled very well because they always are looking at the football and making plays on the football and not making plays on a man or guarding an area in zone coverage instead of actually seeing what's out there. You can't guard an area. Guarding an area may be essentially getting the job done, but it's not exactly, you know, making a play. Simple. Do your job and also be a playmaker as well. Don't be a position holder. This has been Mike Patton, a.k.a. The General. You can catch my work on The Sports Awakening, www.sportsawakening.com. You can find me on Twitter at General_MP. That's all I got for you. I'm out. Peace.